is now completely rewound, ready for play. Ready.
Hello, welcome, welcome to the stream, everyone. So, um, I am. Wait, why? Hold on, something's going on here. There we go. I heard an echo and I was very confused. Um, but yeah, how's it going, everyone? I am watching some of this over here because I'm seeing random notifications show up on Twitter, which is like, I'm hardly on there, friend. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, um, so, as you can see, I am firmly on the earth, not anywhere in the great beyond as a result of any kind of rapture related activities. Um, yeah, yeah, kind of didn't really think that it's a Tuesday, right? You'd think like it would either be a Monday, Friday, maybe even a Saturday, just to be a little spicy, but nah, Tuesday just doesn't feel right. Which is which is odd because I saw a bunch of people, like a ton of people, start selling their stuff off because they thought that today was going to be the day. Firstly, why are you selling? Why aren't you just giving it away? The money's not going to follow you up there, and it's not going to mean anything even if it did. I need to understand that because that feels like it's incongruous with the whole. It is easier for a man, a camel to pass through an eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven thing. Because you are still selling stuff. Excuse me. Ooh. So, mm, uh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. But good news for them is that they get to see all of the crazy trailers that we all are going to be subject to. We have a bunch of stuff coming out towards the end of the year. And yeah, we have a lot to be excited about. There's we've been covering all sorts of trailers from like basically since I started because it's kind of my thing here. And then I just commentate over it. That's what we're gonna do for the first hour or so, and then maybe later we'll play a little bit of Silk Song. I am not 100% committed to this one, uh, mostly because I I say this a lot, but I've been very tired recently. Like I'll start out the day like up here, and then it feels like it's gradually coming down, and then I don't know, sometime around 4 it just, and I'm like, what happened? What did I do? I legitimately purposefully rest before that just to make sure that I'm not in this state. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what my energy's like over the next few minutes, but um until then, let's go into some fairly interesting games that have been announced ahead of the Tokyo Game Show, or things that I might have missed over the past few weeks because stuff has been going on. I did miss that week like 2 weeks ago. Eh, we are still catching up with some stuff, and TGS is this Thursday, and that's gonna be all stream. Anything regarding TGS, I am covering. Anything I find on the internet, any articles, we're gonna be reading some articles, like like actually doing game business analysis stuff. We're doing stuff, but until then, we're just gonna keep it chill here today. We're gonna just talk about some games here and continue the tradition. Yes, yes. So let's move right on over to our main screen, and let's talk about Interdimensional Vending Machine. That's the name of the game. That's literally the name of the game, and apparently it's been out for a bit. I don't know. Maybe it's a demo, but I'm seeing some some evidence of it being already completed. Maybe it's an early build. I don't know, but it says that this is a trailer from 5 days ago. So who knows? Let's figure out what's going on with this interdimensional vending machine. It's apparently inspired by an SCP, the one that can dispense any liquid, right? And yeah, yeah. That's anything with SCP inspired is always gonna be something I'm gonna end up checking out because I just love reading those, and like in just immersing myself in the lore of that world, the lore of the SCP Foundation, and the antics that they get up to. Big shout outs to SCP Archive. That podcast is immaculate. I will love them to the end of time. Yeah, to the to the end of time. I my like the last thing I want to listen to is the very first episode I ever listened to. I believe it was. I'm fairly certain it was hard to destroy reptile. I think it was. I think it was it 682. Yeah, I'm trying to remember based on the number, not the nickname, but 682. The big lizard that just can't die. Yeah, that one. Uh, they did a fantastic job with that one, and then from there, just amazing work on the sound design and atmosphere of every last one of them. They recently did a very funny one. Um, I think it was called 600 Million Wizards. Um, just yeah, check that one out, please check that one out. It's hilarious. But yeah, I'm I'm already on my first tangent. I should have like a little tangent counter somewhere on the screen here. Um, I don't know, but let's move right on over to our main screen here, and let's talk about uh the interdimensional vending machine. That's not the button for that. There we go. Okay. Yep, that's your hand. Oh, you're on the ground. Okay, things are not looking hot for you from the beginning, from the jump. You died due to starvations. Try again. What? What? Stop staring at my food. Wrap up. Pepsi Plus? Pepsi minus? Or was it Pep minus C? Mmm, mmm. Churros? What? Just some. Yeah. It's dispensing. Okay, so this one is dispensing all sorts of stuff. Just has to be able to fit in the machine's little slot there. Or maybe. What in the world? Yeah, yeah, they. Just some weird stuff available in there. And you just. You're giving it to other people? Why are they giving. Do they not know about the vending machine themselves? Okay. This game, this is just a trailer, and it's giving me. Oh, hey, hey. Oh, hello. What? Is that from you consuming the things that come out of that? Because why are you begging if you're an astral being at that point? Interdimensional vending machine. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so remember how I said I wanted to put some games on there for. I wanted to put some games up there for Halloween, the spooky month, October. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's going on the list. That's going on the list. What on God's good green earth was that? That was like it's I don't know what those objects are, but it's I mean clearly, like I mentioned before, it's already somebody's already made it to the end of the game multiple times. They have compilations of the game as a uh, like references all the items, everything that you might be able to encounter in there, and then yeah, yeah, they seem to have already released this. So let's see what's going on with that once Halloween, once October really rolls around. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So that was Interdimensional Vending Machine. I'm sure we're going to have a very interesting time with that one. All right. So next up, because why not? We have a game there's a game being put out on apparently it's not going to be on the PlayStation 5 because of course it is called Full Metal Schoolgirl because yeah we couldn't not right there's there's got to be we're gonna do something weird today, and I guess this is gonna be it. All right, all right, all right, all right. So let's take a peek at what Full Metal Schoolgirl is about. I did not know anything, anything at all about what's going on with this particular game. I did hear about this one for a bit, but this one's brand new. So let's see what the heck this game's about. I'm 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 going to take a wild guess and say some anime BS is going to swing out from left field, and we're just going to we're I don't know if we're gonna have a good time. I'm honestly having serious doubts that we're gonna have a good time. But you know what? The trailer came across my desk, and I said, "Why not? Let's see what we've got."
夜の本社窓ガラス壊しやがった
What is happening?
くっそあいつらもっと取り乱しちまったぜやあみんなお疲れ様さ俺の名前は一本木やってる超一流企業メカーナルドに勤めるエリートサラリーマンさ上司には絶対服従後輩にはスーパー上から目線で厳しく指導、それが俺様のトレンドさ、入社3年で一目置かれる出世頭会社はスーパー安泰俺の将来はバラ色
Okay.
言いたいところだが今とんでもないことが起こってるんだ
What is that?
あれは金曜の夜
It happened on Friday night.
とんでもないことをした2人が勝ち込んできやがったんだまあ
Ryoko Harabaki?
多分血も涙もねえサイボーグだ
What is
勝ち込んできた理由そんなもん知らねえ切れる若者だっちゅうやつだな
a revenge game?
俺様の正義の銃弾が炸裂一人はやってやったぜでもよもう一人はしぶとく侵入してきやがった片手にチェーンソーもう片手にはごつい銃俺たちのオフィスを荒らしまくったんだ
So just some arcadey
忘れたけど
craziness.
アフターファイブに遊びまくる花の金曜日なんて概念はない
Okay. Alright.
当社の再生技術シャティックで永遠に働き続けられるからな休む必要なし最高だろちなみにファジー機能付き新型携帯近日発売究極の
Android. That's looking suspiciously like a BlackBerry, but okay.
やつら毎晩やってきやがる夜は寝ろいや真面目に働け
Excuse me. So it's a roguelike where you play as cyborg schoolgirls to going in to avenge your dad. Essentially is the idea here. Like I said, it's yeah, you know what? I should have seen that coming a mile away. You had a robot, so you have to have some kind of like I don't know, just a scientist, office lady stereotype, archetype. Ooh.
次の日にはピンピン俺は死にません死なないどころか当社開発のこいつをグイッと飲めば目はランラン体はシャッキシャキ究極のエナドリ好評発売
They put a lot more thought into this than I thought they would, I'll be honest.
おっと雲の上の存在上司様たちのご登場だやっほー太っ腹肩が気持ちいいバブリーなおつぼね様売り上げトップの営業エース SBT 生産工場長とくらよメカ棟梁ああ俺もいつかはビッグマネーでスペシャルなボディを
Okay.
やつらもうこんなところまでたどり着いただと くそ使い名上司の皆様どもが
They just
なんだ今日のやつらの服は追加コンテンツか、おめかししやがって
definitely not a weird game. Definitely not one of those weird ass games. Huh? Oh no! Yep.
今日も京都ででも大丈夫さなぜなら俺たちにはカリスマがいる、あの大社長が負けるわけがねえ、
Okay.
バンザー
So
メターナルジョブズは
yeah, okay, yeah. They got a combining robot like the Power Rangers. That's oh, okay. This right in the corner right there. D3 Publishing. Yep. Oh, you still got more to say.
昨日の友は今日のなんとやら
Oh.
さてさてどう俺たちの会社に
Yeah, you see, exactly. One-chan-bara is a zombie fighting game. They said, okay, forget it. We're going to. It basically feels like it's doing the same thing, but with robot girls. I don't know what to say about this one, man. This is. I've been a fan of anime for a long time, but you know, sometimes we as an anime fan community, we need to admit when we're in a situation, we're in a ooh, jeez, been burping a lot today. But we gotta admit when the games that are coming out sus, suspicious, a little weird, you might say. Yeah, that's this one. This one in particular. And you know what? As a palate cleanser, let's move right along, because I don't want to stay here any longer than I need to. Click. Oh, we already went backwards, actually. Another one from PlayStation. They're putting out a bunch of trailers, and I imagine a lot of this is because TGS in like 2 days, they want to throw stuff out there, right? I had heard about this trailer earlier on Blue Sky, on a little bit on Twitter. People are excited about this one, so I held off. I didn't spoil myself. I want to have a genuine connection with this particular piece of media, right? It's people being excited. It's good reason for me to just be like, all right, I hear you. I'm not going to spoil it for myself. I'm going to be a responsible streamer and react to it on stream, so no one has any misunderstanding about how I am seeing it, right? I don't want to come in with any precognition of what the game's about. I mean, I did see like one gif of somebody swinging through the city like Spider-Man, so but Sony's putting it on their flipping channel, so I imagine they're not too worried about it. I don't know. Let's. All right, that's enough yapping. We'll get right into it. Ananta.
It's shut down?
We just got here. How's it already closed? And who told us to come here in the first place? Oh, it was...
We still haven't got our paycheck!
Oh no. I'm going to play it safe here and lower this likely this likely licensed music. But wow, wow, this is very Yakuza like. Um, but you are moving through a much bigger. He's just. What is happening? What is happening in? Okay, this it starts out very unhinged, and oh, yep, that's the gif I saw, swinging through the air, and he's dancing at night. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, gee. Cool. All right. Oh. Oh. Oh, man, it's got hands. What? Okay. All right. Yeah. What is No, but what is actually happening in half of these scenes? So definitely seeing some Spider-Man uh PS4, PS5 uh influence here, but it definitely feels like we're also getting some GTA, maybe Saints Row. Yeah, this is looking very very weird and interesting. Like, oh, doing some sneaking around. Ooh, okay. You know, I'm gonna pause that for a second. One of those things that I had thought about was like, why is it that maybe I missed it, but there should be a whole lot more espionage style stuff in those Spider-Man games. Like, the games really lend themselves to being this really, like, the places that you can go and the people you can spy on and photograph so that you can avoid having to come into contact with people. Like, I don't know, maybe Spider-Man's not above blackmailing some criminals, but like, yeah, that's like, he is up there sneaking up on this board meeting, and it just makes me think, hey, wouldn't Peter Parker like really benefit from having photos of these really, really wild events that nobody else could have possibly known that he saw? Hmm. I don't know. It's an interesting idea. Okay, let's keep this going. Just drop kick the flipping glass in. A huge mosquito. What? No, that's a metal. That's a Metal Gear. Metal Gear Ray? I think it's a Metal Gear Ray. Got some cute characters doing the like normal GTA thing. It's easy sort of transition into it. I can see it. But we also have GTA 5 mechanics where okay. So we can switch characters, immediately arresting this person? Like, wait. Oh, who is this? Watch Dogs? Wow. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, got him. Yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, no hesitation. Just, hey, yo. Oh, please let me know that you can actually play Tetris on that big old screen. You're like, you hack it and you're just like, mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, no, 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 no. Forget your advertisements. You lose all that time. Oh, okay, so you can just encounter people naturally in the world. Oh, okay. Like, power slap? Oh, this they're putting so much into this. I am just drive away. Oh, he's having a bad time. They are okay. They know exactly what what they're trying to do with this, and I personally love it already. Ooh, okay. You got some people who recognize you and they're like, I don't want to deal with this mother flipper. No. Again, Watch Dogs. Is that the vamp? Is he the guy who looks like a vampire? Just dance with people in the middle of the city? Yeah, good thing, I guess. Yeah, you got the swinging from. Yeah, yeah. This is it's this is legitimately the Spider-Man sort of. What in the world? So like this is legitimately interesting that Sony's like, yeah, no, go ahead, use the swinging mechanics. I don't care. You're making a GTA game, all right? Wait. Is it your turn? Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I'm sold. I'm sold immediately. The footage was captured on PC, but I'm seeing the PlayStation logo there, so I'm probably gonna play it on the PlayStation 5. That looks like a whole lot of fun. I man, man, you had all of this, all these kinds of mechanics, and they said we're going to mash them all into the game. And each of these characters is gonna give you a different experience. You want to play what is essentially more like a GTA style game. Well, you play as the dragon cop lady. I think she's a dragon. She got horns and a tail. Dragon cop lady. If you want Spider Man, like the Spider-Man games that we recently have been praising for the last few years for a bunch of different reasons, but particularly that swinging and that natural motion that they have in the like swinging through the the city. It's like, yeah, yeah, okay. We got Spider-Man, and if you wanna do your uh best Aiden impression from Watch Dogs. You can play as the hacker guy who can apparently hack their equivalent of Times Square. I don't know what the little rabbit girl does, but I imagine she's trying to. I saw her running away with somebody and like hopping into a van. So either she's kidnapping someone, which I highly doubt, or she's trying to get that other character away from all these other people. Um, which I don't know what that would necessarily be in reference to, but maybe I don't know, Saints Row. I don't know. I can't think of that what that's supposed to mirror, but it seems like they have a whole bunch of these characters available, offering different ways to play the game or different missions for you to really explore. And as far as I know, it's a free to play game. If it's not, I would also be fine with it because the game looks like we wanted to make Spider Man and Saints Row and GTA and Watch Dogs, and we just couldn't decide on which, so we put them all in the same thing. No complaints? All right. And then they just did the whole anime thing, and we're all good. We're all good. So yeah, very, very, very excited for Ananta, and yeah, wanna see more. I want to see just like just straight up gameplay with the HUD on and see what the game's going to look like. What are we going to be experiencing? What would cause us necessarily outside of like that one scene where our Spider-Man analog is up there in that penthouse suite and the cop lady is off in a helicopter with a sniper rifle, right? Like that's a that's a very particular kind of mission. I imagine like a main story mission sort of thing. So what other situations can you get me through that makes me want to change from one character to another? What do each of them offer as a character that might bring us closer to why we're playing the game? That's kind of what I'm most interested in because I'm already mostly sold on this. Like 20 30 like 20 or 30% left to like full sale, and I'm like I'm here for you. I'm here to like just talk about this game already. But yeah, so that's Ananta. That is the GTA Saints Row Spider-Man flipping Watch Dogs all rolled into one. I don't know how else to put it. They have a ton. They have a ton of interesting games homaged in there, and I'm very curious how they're going to get all of those games to mash or mesh together. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, speaking of free to play games, I wanted to take a peek at the character demo for Orphe and Magus as I think this is the week that they'll become available. I'll be honest, I'm probably not gonna pull for them. Yeah, I might not be pulling for them. Mostly because I'm just money wise, I want to be responsible adult, and I got Seed last week just on like I think it was like my third pull. I was like, oh, I guess I was fortunate today. Lovely. That's great. I couldn't possibly have asked for more. But she's fun. She has uh, a lot of interesting mechanics to her fighting style, and I don't know. I just didn't feel quite as engaged by Orphe and Magus's play style. And maybe it's just a matter of me playing the demo of their skills a couple times more to try and get an idea of what I'm missing, but yeah, I don't know. Not really my thing. But still, I wanted to take a look at the demo, the character demo for these two, and see what the story is between those two that we didn't already see in the main story that we ended up seeing a little bit earlier. Or well, I didn't stream it. I probably should have, but yeah, I kind of just went right into it and played it, and yeah, there was an interesting sort of thing there. But enough yapping. We shall get into the trailer. Hoyoverse. Everything's on fire. Yep, more fire. Everything's still on fire. Nightmare. Oh no.
Yes, Captain!
Mm.
Ethereals are sworn enemies.
Right.
Fast, precise, and lethal. Hold nothing back.
So, Captain, when do I get to fight for real?
Sooner or later.
Captain, Orphe, there's trouble in the Lemnian Hollow. Better send backup.
Jeez.
I spotted a high-risk target. Captain, what's your...
Okay. Oh. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm.
All
Yeah.
Ethereals wiped out, and every citizen's been evacuated.
You didn't hit anybody?
Sorry, Orphe. As commander, I should keep my cool.
It's okay, Captain. I know you meant to say Tactical Strategy Suppression 4.
Stay by my side, Orphe. If I'm on my own, I can't do anything.
I mean, you are literally just a gun.
Captain.
Oh. Hmm. Yeah. That was absolutely some PTSD that Magus was going through. She has significant PTSD, which is wild because she is a construct of somebody's brain. Like, you uploaded the brain one for one, including the PTSD that she would have had she lived. And then you put that brain into a gun. And, wait, we're not done. And, no, hold on. And y'all decided that the smartest course of action would be, let's go ahead and clone the person who we just pop the brain out, put it in a computer. Let's clone her and attach a tail from the gun to the person. That's not crazy to you? That's not crazy to you. You didn't think that might be going a little too far? Like, I get that if you've already seen the Zenless Zone Zero story, Magus wanted that. But she was also very much dying and very much had this mentality of she just wants revenge. And when you start with that, when you start from a point of revenge, there is literally not any point after that that could ever be a point of peace. It's not you won't live a peaceful life if your motivations are I need to commit this violence against people, against these ethereals, whatever, that have harmed me for this long. Like there is next to no way you can really give yourself any true rest, because in a situation like this where basically the world has come to something of an end, humans are still somewhere in New Eridu and all of that, but you you and your soldiers, the people in your squad, fought to try and keep that from happening. You failed, and now all you have is violence on the mind because everybody that you once cared for in that squad has been wiped. That's the sort of person I would say, nah, you retired. Nah, you, mm-mm. Nah, not again. You stay out. At best, you're training people. That's it. At best, you're training people. You're not going anywhere near whatever the heck Orphean Magus's situation is. That's something else. Like we talk about, like if you're in the community, you talk about Tops being this really just crazy group of hyper capitalists at the end of the world. Like they don't care that the world has come to a close. They still want all the money and power because money and power still means something to the people around them. And the people around them hold a lot of power. So it just doesn't end. The end of the world didn't mean Jack Diddley. The people who held the power wanted a symbol, and that symbol is money. And as long as you keep wielding money, you are going to have that power as well. That's just how it is. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought Tops was bad, but then you put that against the self-defense force, and the self-defense force is literally, like quite literally, resurrecting people via cloning and brain upload to a weapon and expecting, yeah, she'll be fine. She'll be nice and stable. Nobody will ever, ever, ever they'll never think that this person, this construct, is going to be unstable in any way, especially after the end of the chapter that we just went through. I'm not going to spoil that part. You can go ahead and figure that part out yourself. But at the end of that, I would really, yeah, I wouldn't expect Magus to be stable in the least. She is having nightmares of what happened that day when the old capital fell, and it's still eating her up. That is not the sort of consciousness you want to put in a weapon. Just a thought. But anyway, let's move on because again, I ended up yapping quite a bit. Um, let's move right along. This is the page that I was working from to get all of these nice little videos here for you. So let's move right on to this one. Majogami. Um, to my knowledge, this is an origami styled thing. There's some origami very much involved. Again, I have some really vague ideas of what's going on just from screenshots and whatnot, but let's see if we get a little more clued into what's going on here. Oh, switch to Tis a tale of a lonesome girl. Her journey is long, her outlook uncertain. Oh wow, Inti Creates has been around for a while. Majogami.
Presenting Papercraft Character Action. To escape Orchestra, a world of nightmare and illusion, Shiroha must shred it all to pieces. Her weapon is her katana, Kamikiri. Setsuna allows her to slice with godlike speed and move with complete freedom.
Oh!
Standing in her way are the world's mad rulers, Craft Witches. Consumed by their obsessions, the Craft Witches will not allow Shiroha to escape.
I am...
The witches attack one after another. Each encounter brings back faint memories of Shiroha's past. The Astrals lend Shiroha their strength for powerful transformations. Clad in the Astral songs, she can bring forth the strength to plunge through Orchestra.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got a rider kick.
Overcome the
Cool.
world of Orchestra.
This is
Restore Shiroha's
this is
memories
very
and return to her world intact.
interesting.
Papercraft Character Action.
I'm not entirely sure this is up my alley.
The story
But-
of one girl who cuts gods like paper.
This is definitely that song is definitely copywritten, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting. It's not necessarily, I don't know if it's necessarily my speed. I guess the sort of combo, like keeping the combo going and going through the stage as fast as possible might be interesting to someone like me, but I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm gonna we're gonna see about that one. Maybe see like a full stage. Like I'll go find somebody to that'll play it like later, like next month. It looks like it's coming out at the end of next month, so we'll see. Uh, might not be my cup of tea though. On the next page, we got a roguelike because I I can't go without having like two or three of those in my streams here. We got a roguelike that looks oddly familiar. If you understand what I'm saying, when you see it, you'll you'll start nodding your head like, "Oh, I see. I get it." But yeah, let's take a peek at Sworn. This is their 1.0 drop coming this month. Or is it? Wait, did it already? Oh no. Oh wait, it's today. It came out today. Hey, Team 17, congratulations on dropping Sworn. I'll let's see if this is the this will sell me on it. Is this the message that will break through?
Peggy 16.
Welcome to Camelot. Sworn
Ah.
is a dark retelling of the Arthurian
Yes.
legend. This 1 to 4 player co-op action roguelike sets you and your friends on a quest to overthrow a corrupted King Arthur and reclaim a fallen realm. Your journey begins with the Vigilante, a swift, lethal rogue who excels in quick movement and precision strikes. Perfect for those who like agility and speed.
Definitely
The Rook
feeling.
offers a heavier approach. A mighty warrior who trades speed for devastating power. Built for the front line, the Rook shrugs off blows and crushes foes with carefully timed strikes. The Monk is a sage of balance, shaping the battlefield with a hybrid style, capable of close quarters combat and deadly range strikes. The Monk adapts to any fight. And finally, the Spectre, a master of arcane power, fragile but devastating. The Spectre rewards players who prefer overwhelming enemies from a distance with high magic damage. The Fey Lords allow you to combine your strengths in surprising ways.
Yeah.
With
So
thousands of blessings and
basically
combinations,
Hades,
you can craft
but
builds as unique as your
with
imagination.
some
Channel the might of the Fey Lords and
crafting
unlock
and
ultimates.
some character choices. Instead of making weapons or finding weapons,
The
you're
challenge ahead is
getting
immense.
these
Only the
you have
Swarm
these characters that
will
you can
endure.
work from. Okay. So yeah, this is game's already out. Again, this is the sort of game that can eat up a lot of your time, especially if you're talking about roguelikes and getting a better and better and better run. Um, yeah. Oh, and it's co-op. So if you want to play a game like that with me on stream, maybe. I'm just throwing out suggestions. That's all I'm doing. I'm just throwing out suggestions. I want to play games with people. I want to play video games, and we can we can do these sort of things in a fun way. You know, just yeah. Let's move right along. We want to make sure we're taking up a little less time between these. Um, we are up to 1 hour. And honestly, I am feeling less and less like playing that particular game, that Silk Song game. But we can't necessarily rule it out. I might do a little bit extra time after a bit, but I did also want to. Where are ya? Yeah, there's where's that demo? Huh. Well, I'll you know what? Like I said, I was going to continue with these few trailers cuz we did miss quite a bit. Like there's a lot that has come out and I need to be more on top of these things, you know? Uh Sworn looks interesting, like I said. And yeah, I want to a give that a look potentially in the near future. Up next, so I saw this. I think I saw this on Twitter, and I was like, what Fist of the North Star? What is this? And no, it's Axel City 2, and I'm like, what is that? What is Axel City? I feel like I've never seen this before. So I loaded this up and now I'm watching the trailer for the first time alongside you. So let's take a peek at what's going on with Axel City. So is this a beat 'em up or no, it's a straight up fighter. Yeah, very much old school. Old school fighter giving got some interesting designs in this one. Lot of characters in this. They are they are not holding back on that. They have a lot of characters here. Jeez, they're still going. Jeez. Wow. They are seeing characters that are like was that Eagle? I'm seeing some Chun Li. I'm seeing my Shiranui. Yeah, just some of these characters are absolutely inspired by uh, Street Fighter, King of Fighters. It also feels like wow, they have a ton of characters here. Yeah, that looks like a massive game and honestly, I yeah. Yeah, that has my attention. Uh there are some characters with some wild designs. Some female characters that have some wild designs. I imagine that's part of why the comments are turned off. It's like, what on God's good green earth are you doing? You've gone too far. That's something else, guy. Why are you doing so much? It just they had a vision and they executed the vision and again it looks very much like an old school fighter thinking like Street Fighter 2, you know, something kind of in that vein, but also definitely Fist of the North Star and the the early King of Fighters games. Just very uh very big roster though. Just massive amounts of different characters. I don't know if they're all perfectly unique, but they all have unique designs. So I can only imagine they put a lot of time into putting these characters together. I don't know what the complexity of the move list is going to be. Is it like 4 or 5 moves each character? That seems more doable. Um, a bunch of more interesting normals, all that sort of stuff. I can imagine a lot of that, but I think in this particular case, yeah, let's give it this the respect it deserves. Like they put a lot of time into this. You can tell. So yeah, that's Axel City 2. I'll probably take another peek at it just to kind of understand, like, where did the first Axel City come from? Why have I not heard of this game before? Uh, who who is the team behind this? Team Atsuki looks like it seems like a very much an indie project. So I don't know. This is Exa Arcadia. I don't know if they might be a more independent group or maybe they're a subsidiary of somebody else. But yeah, this is interesting game. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Up next, thank you IGN for capturing this. This is Death Stranding Mosquito. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. It's Death Stranding, so of course Kojima's involved. How I'm not surprised in the least. Kojima wants to be involved with just about everything, so he's gonna get into animation eventually. Like it's inevitable. Anybody who is like he'll never get into. What were you thinking? This man will get into every flippin' medium of filmmaking and art you could possibly imagine. He already has music covered. He has flippin' video games mostly the probably the most covered of all time. He's getting a live action movie done. I think the only thing he hasn't done was put out a straight up Broadway play. And who knows with this guy? He could absolutely just say, "I'm going in," and we're like, people are gonna buy it. They're gonna buy it up because he's a mad genius. He's a mad genius. There's not really much else you can say. What else is there? It's Kojima. Anyway, let's take a peek at Death Stranding Mosquito. Get an idea of what the heck is going on in this man's mind. Oh, we immediately fall into the ocean. Is that what is going on with his face? Living organism? Umbilical cords? No, you swim in here on purpose. What in the world? Just has a big old face tentacle whipping around. Ow! is happening here? I don't remember being able to do any of that in Death Stranding. I guess the mosquitoes, because the things, yeah. What? What? Okay. So I get what is happening, but I don't. Like, two couriers were fighting, or at least one of them was a courier. I don't know if the other guy was a raider or something else, but he has a beach thing, like, as a pet. I don't know what that's about. I and then he starts wailing on this random courier, and now they're swinging on each other all crazy, and I'm like, you you don't look like you're having a normal day. Like, you have a straight up tentacle coming out of your face, and your eyes went white or rolled back. That does not seem like a normal thing to happen to a person. So yeah, you're gonna have to do some explaining. All right, we have some serious questions here. Um, yeah, that was Death Stranding Mosquito. I, I can only imagine that this is going to be something along the lines of the Animatrix or something. We have some weird series of vignettes about the Death Stranding world, and they kind of surround this particular character. It's either that, or we have a longer term, like, movie or series talking about a different perspective from in the Death Stranding universe. Either way, there's some crazy ass stuff happening there, and I kind of can't wait to see what happens next. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. It's very very eye catching. So yeah, that's Death Stranding Mosquito. Another thing from Kojima just came out. Also, IGN doing the upload for the trailer there. God, what on God's good green earth is this? Because this is supposed to be a horror game that Kojima's working on, and to my knowledge, he has not cut ties with Guillermo del Toro. So I imagine Guillermo is sitting there like, and I don't know what's going on with that. Also, I did also notice Xbox Game Studio. So he's not exclusively working with Sony by themselves anymore, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that particular relationship between Koji Pro and Sony at this point. I imagine they're still working together, but, like, something's going on. But anyway, let's take a peek at Knock, the Knock teaser trailer for the game OD, featuring Sophie Lillis, Hunter Schafer, and Udo Kier. Let's see what's going on. Likely mature, 17 plus. Okay. Why'd you slide that through my door? I don't want that. Take it back. 10 years since the blank. Horror blank blank. The curse blank. Have once again blank into the forbidden. I don't know. That's a face on a heart. Light the fires to celebrate their blank. I don't know what that means, but it looks like it's already it's in game, because this building was blank from a 3D scan of an blank found in a blank. And then their blank, and then blank were blank in a sinister ritual. Okay. Definitely not talking about any PT vibes. No nothing. No nothing. No PT vibes at all. Okay. Okay. Let's keep lighting those candles. Yep. Nope. Just entirely ignore that. Okay. Yep. Nope. That's good. That's good. Okay. The markings on her body are getting much darker and spreading. Okay. Okay. For all players and screamers. Yeah. What is happening? Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, they yeah, Kojima's still doing his thing. Still making some creepy games. Or not, it's not like the first, this is the first time we're seeing a full-size game, but PT was creepy, and that was immediately, ooh, I immediately got that vibe from this. Oh, excuse me. So you have multiple images of babies. You have the eye sticker thing photo on the window. Yeah, that I don't know what any of that means, but I am imagining there is some kind of ritual that she's trying to complete, and it's not quite getting there. She didn't quite do it in time. thing is, I think she's already been through that already, because it's like she's already like tensing up, and then you see these markings start crawling across her face and darkening as this creature gets closer to her. And now I'm like, no. So she does she have to start over? Is this one of those things where she will potentially die and then she has to come back, and it's like, nope, yep, yeah, I'll not do that again. I'm gonna go and try to avoid doing that again. I don't know. That's a very interesting sort of idea there. I am looking forward to other people uh to fully break that down. There's definitely some symbolism in that I'm probably not catching myself, and you know, I'm more than happy to hand over the steering wheel to whoever has a better idea of what's going on in this particular case and can show us what does this mean. But yeah, that is OD Knock. This is another TGS trailer before TGS even drops. People are dropping these trailers a whole week in advance, and we need to let's all calm down. TGS was not going to be that far away. It was literally a week ago we started getting some of these trailers, and we're not going to have any trailers to look at. We already saw everything. Okay, that's their decisions to make. They can put these trailers out whenever they want. But all I'm saying is, you want to put it in the show that everybody's gonna be, they all gonna see it. Okay. Anyway, let's move right along. So I found this one. Basically, one of them, they're isometric shooters, like the original Helldivers. If y'all don't already know, the original Helldivers on the PS Vita was a isometric, or yeah, isometric shooter with very similar themes. But in this particular case, you have hell as a general sort of idea being expressed here. So let's take a peek. I don't know why it has the IGN logo, and then you have game trailers, and now it's on my stream. All sorts of mess here, but let's take a peek. Immediately, some interesting imagery. Very liminal.
Dear Enid, recently I have joined a limo delivery company. It is called the
Is
Hell
that a-
Express.
I saw a
Our job is to
Hajime no
make
Ippo
deliveries in and out
poster
of the realm of
in the
dead.
office.
Couriering last farewells. Retrieving forgotten loves. Searching through ashes for both the sublime and the obscene.
That's a lot of hands. Yeah! Yeah, I like this.
On this lonely road, we're all destined to walk. I am here to take a sneak peek. So please wait for me, just a little bit longer. I will find you there.
I yeah, 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 yeah. Um like there's a part of me that was expecting more of a hardcore Hell Express, like trying to be more in the vein of Doom or again like Helldivers. But this is there's a surprising kind of softness to it. You know what I mean? Like you have this idea that you're trying to deliver on behalf of the dead or deliver on the behalf of the families of the dead, and there is something to be said regarding how respectful somebody might be as they are constantly introduced to the various things that happen in people's lives and how that might change what your idea of the afterlife might end up being. Like is it particular to the person? Do does hell exist in this sort of, does it have this very specified feel to it, or is it just a place where all these souls kind of get dumped? Or is this like, it looks like there's more so a talk of limbo, of the place before we really know where we're going. And yeah, that that kind of uh that kind of world where people can go and visit limbo before they go into heaven or hell, wherever they are. um yeah, I can absolutely see this game feeling a lot more emotional than what I might have initially expected on the name alone. So yeah, a very very good example of don't judge the book by its cover. I'm expecting is going to feel uh, a lot more heartfelt than I might initially have expected. There was that one game. Let me see if I can find it. Open up this other. Yeah, that's the name. Spiritfarer. Um, it's a similar sort of idea that you're where uh you're essentially this, you are the ferry person. You ferry the souls of the dead to the other side, and it very much gives you the exact feeling that you might have expected just based on, again, the cover, what you are seeing on the front of it. But kind of going back through the imagery of this, just gonna, like, scenes like this don't quite give me the sense that the game is made for this hardcore audience. We're trying to get this doom sort of feel to it. This is more of a, there there is some meditation on what's going on here, you know? And there's also a certain casualness to it. Like we're not talking about death as a finality, and this is the end of all things, right? This is death as a natural part of life, but in a world where these things can come with unresolved feelings and lost sort of connections as a result of people losing these people in their lives, right? So this, and just the environment that we see here feels a lot less like hardcore doom. I'm going to go into the pits of hell and fight demons for hours on end. This is I need to protect myself as I am going through limbo and fighting off all of these wayward souls as I'm bringing this particular soul, this box of things, or this particular memory, or whatever it might be that they are missing, and their loved ones know that they're missing it, and there's this solemn duty that it sounds like this sort of role comes with. So, just looking at this particular scene, you have somebody walking up to a soul with this box, and the soul is like legitimately contemplating what this is, who this might be coming from. And while the environment looks a lot like this for the majority of it, um, yeah, that's gonna give me this sense that really trying to they're really trying to give you a peek into this world that isn't quite uh doesn't quite see death as final, even with the vibes of this particular area or this particular area. This is kind of more so like kind of speaking from my own mind. This is kind of what I think Limbo is going to look like in the anyway. Just a lot of desert, a lot of just endless plains forever until you either get go up or down. And there would be something weirdly comforting seeing a van like this like trekking on through, and I'm like, ah, hey, that's nice. Somebody's getting a package delivered. You know, this seems more like hell. An office with the clocks just like you just know that the time is never leaving 10 a.m., or at least that's what it looks like to me there. Or it could be 10 p.m. and they're stuck at work and they can't leave. Either way, it looks this looks hellish to me. Um that is also very just that's just more creepy than anything, but you know, you know, that is definitely hell. That is also definitely hell. Um but hey, who knows? Who knows where any of this is leading? Um, this guy had a weird old shield that blocking your bullets. Has a very Hell Knight sort of design behind it. Interesting. And you have these what I imagine are demons or wayward souls that you're firing on. That person is distinctly not like fully glowing white. So I'm wondering how that might be. Is that somebody who somehow got into the this realm, the afterlife, and they're not dead, and she's going in there to go retrieve them, or is this like something else that's going on, some kind of uh some representation of somebody's memory, because it's a very particular uh area where it's a park bench. You have a light up there and what looks like a road sign. But it looks like the road or whatever they're standing on is more like tile. It's very interesting. Not sure what any of that means, but I'm definitely willing to check this one out. More getting chased by wayward souls or demons, whatever it might be. Bowing to the ethereal being here. At this point, the character's playing the piano, like with some distinct passion, just like they were really feeling it for one reason or another. And there's the logo, which again gives me more of a like, I guess it just looks like it would come off as more extreme in some way. But, you know, again, you don't judge a book by its cover. So I'm absolutely gonna check that out. I don't know, did they announce when the game would be dropping? This was back in April when this game originally came out. I wasn't streaming yet. This is a before time stream, a pre-streaming era video. And yeah, I am very curious about when this might be coming out. I'll keep an eye out. Up next, this is on Crunchyroll, and they are talking about Nocia. This is an anime coming out on Crunchyroll in the fall lineup. October, coming up in a couple weeks. Or is it like next week? Hold on. Yeah, October is next week, y'all. So yeah, we're running up on that time. Spooky season is coming up soon, but it's also the time for a new season of anime. A bunch of stuff just ended. Dandadan just ended their second season. We got confirmation that they're getting season 3 in production. We also have quite a few things that are already announced, but we're looking forward to some stuff. Some things that just ended, but we know they're coming back soon. So the anime discussion might come another day, but for now, let's take a peek at what's going on with Nocia. Oh. Okay. Interstellar Cruiser.
その問題が解決しない限りこのままじゃ到着はできない永遠にね時間です会議を始めてください
Oh, we gotta be careful of that. That's this is absolutely a wait, is this an anime version of Among Us? Oh, that's wait, is this not an anime? Is this not a game? I would be very curious to see this, because that's an interesting concept there, where the moment you fail, everything changes, but you still know something about the character that might have killed you. And there's a potential that you could notice something about them each time. Okay, so that is definitely more involved than I initially had expected. Cause that I knew it was a sci-fi thing, but I didn't quite understand what was going on. And this is a this is basically Among Us, but the person that we're following, the character that we're following, is never the imposter, and he has to continually just keep learning more about these characters over and over again until we kind of see an inconsistency. Something about one of these loops will unveil something about somebody that may or may not unveil them to be the Nosia. In case we're trying to be legally distinct, it's not imposter in Among Us. It's the Nosia on the space, still on the spaceship. We're still on the space. Yeah, yeah. We didn't change anything about that part, but we are absolutely going to be changing what we call the monster. So yeah, that's Nosia. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I'd like to. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. That will definitely give me a Zero Escape or Danganronpa vibes. I am curious who's animating it, because that is. You know what? Well, let's do some research on this page. Okay, so quick aside, it does look like Nocia is a uh there is a game that came out about 3 years ago, a visual novel. Time travel involved in this, and hey, we'll take a we might take a peek at that, because the characters are wild looking, and we have a very similar kind of vibe to what we're supposed to be seeing here on the anime. But let me see who is who is in charge of making this anime. So who is so Aniplex is distributing. Who is doing the production? Domerica. I that's why does that not sound familiar? Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Hmm. All right. So it looks like this is more. I don't know very much about the animation team here, but yeah, Domerica has worked on quite a few of these quite a few other shows. They worked on uh d- 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 there was the Cyborg 009 uh 009 RE Cyborg movie. There is the they worked on Evangelion 3.0, You Cannot Redo. A bunch of the Fate Kalid stuff, which I don't really know anything about. Uh, Girls on und Panzer, which was that's I think that was the tank girl thing. I think the tank girl anime. Initial D. Okay, so they've been in the industry for a little bit. They've been in the industry for a little while now. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that. That's an inch. Oh, actually, okay, that one jumps out at me. They did some uh they did some animation for the Rage of Bahamut Virgin Soul TV show and Punchline. So two shows that that leapt out at me a little bit. I've never heard of that studio beforehand, but hey, I mean it's a the animation is I don't want to say off-putting, but it did has me like, what is going on here? Something about this threw me off a little bit, but let's keep this going. We have a couple trailers left and not a lot of time to do it. So up next, another another anime trailer, because yeah, we're very close to the next season, and I am excited for this one. This is Ranma One Half Season 2, coming on Netflix. As soon as Don Da Don ends, we get another romantic comedy coming right back up, just to make sure that we're not feeling too left out. We can't let the heart settle too much. We need a little bit of romantic comedy drama showing up. So this is Ranma One Half Season 2. Gonna be on Netflix.
茜、俺はロミオになりきる。だからお前もジュリエットになりきるんだ。
We don't need that.
ロミオとジュリエットの関係は
親子。
基本設定から覚えてこーい。早く結婚申し込むやらしい。
Oh, okay. Yeah, they.
よっしゃできた。完璧なラブレターや。なんなのよあんたは。ランちゃんの可愛い稲付けや。ラマのバカ。私でなくても誰でもよかったんだわ。
ランマくん、決めてこい。
かわいい。
Wednesday Campanella out here with another banger. I should probably turn it down just to make sure it doesn't get copywritten, but the general idea here, yeah, we're still doing our. Just a bunch of people turning into animals. That is absurdly close. Let's what's that? That's next week. That's next Saturday. Next Saturday we're gonna get Ranma One Half. Hey yo, we're dangerously close to some good stuff happening. Yeah, last season ended on a little bit of a, I don't want to say cliffhanger, but you know, it gave us reason to want to see more. So yeah, I guess we're just taking off right from there. The action looks very frantic, as we've come to expect. But still, this is definitely the same Ranma One Half that I've gotten used to. I've certainly started to really enjoy, and I can only imagine what they're up to as they continue adapting this series. They've made some serious changes, and I'm sure that they're going to be keeping to the general themes, but there are definitely some changes that they made that I think were necessary for a modern audience. So yeah, we'll keep that in mind. That is dangerously close. A lot of interesting stuff coming in early fall. So, up next, I don't know if you've heard this. You know what? I'm going to cue that up. And I don't know if this is gonna mess with the SEO, because suddenly there's a game by the same name, but so I don't know if you're familiar. Hold on. But this is a BBC show, and this got popular on TikTok a long time ago. Actually, let me just take a quick peek. All right, this got on TikTok popular on TikTok a little while ago, and I was like, huh, that's what does any of that mean? What is the general what is the context for any of this? And then I kind of gave up, but
This is perfect.
wanna make sure you have.
I mean, you're the one who wanted to go by boat. Who goes by boat anyway? It's not the 1920s.
Yeah, well, it would have been all right, wouldn't it? But you had to get in with the captain, yeah? Go
Mhm.
and have a look at the bridge. Can I have a look through the front window? Can I have a go on the wheel?
You're just jealous because he didn't ask you up there.
Why did you have to give him a haircut, Vince?
It was just a trim. What's all the fuss about?
It was a mullet.
The mullet is a classic cut.
On a 68-year-old sailor?
Look, his hair was lank, lifeless, you know? I mean, it was awful. It was niggling at me like a loose tooth. I had to go at it with my scissors.
He was asleep.
I thought it'd be a nice little surprise for him, you know? He wakes up in the morning, goes for a morning tinkle, catches sight of himself. Whoa, look at me!
It was a surprise. He went mental. He was like Ahab. Got his harpoon out, started chasing me around.
Well, it would have grown out.
That-
It was a bit of an overreaction. I mean, who makes people walk the plank in this day and age?
Well, who cuts people's hair in the middle of the night?
I do. They call me the Midnight Barber.
Yeah, well, that's an infringement of people's liberties.
Is it?
Yeah, so don't ever be doing that to me.
I do it to you.
What?
Who do you think cuts your hair, Einstein?
My hair just doesn't grow very fast.
What, you think it stays that length naturally? I'm in there in the night, styling away.
How dare you do that to me in the night when I'm oblivious?
I do my best work when you're oblivious. I'll lean you up against the pillow, and I'll go at you.
That's perverted.
If I didn't, you'd look like a Stig of the Dump.
You're a sick man, you know that.
It's all about context. I told him. I said to him, it's about context.
I know you did, when we were on the plank. Apologise or die. It's all about context.
But it is about context, you know? Maybe on that ship he looked like a dickhead in front of his mates, but in the trendier parts of Plymouth or Shoreditch, he would have gone down like a genius.
Well, whatever. We're on a desert island now.
Yeah.
We've got to stop blaming each other. Okay.
So yeah, that was, I forget what the exact name for that is, but the name of the clip is Midnight Barber. Keep that in mind. So we have this game taking place in Spain, I think, called The Midnight Barber. So you can probably guess where this is going.
My barber shop doesn't open till midnight.
Why?
I don't have many clients. The enchanted, those who hide their nature, that look for a place to belong.
I did not expect this to be a
Blaze
rhythm
had his
game.
eyes on this building, always full of guards, private security.
We have our reasons, but I'm afraid that's classified. We're looking for a young delinquent.
2 more turned up dead the other day.
They saw something they shouldn't have seen.
Drugs, they said. But I saw the bodies. Fucking bite marks.
Interesting.
Something that dangerous people would very much like to stay hidden. I know she's here.
And yet, I'm the one holding a blade on your throat.
Definitely not the same. Definitely not the same. So Midnight Barber, as far as we see here, is it's more along the lines of The Wolf Among Us, in the sort of, both in the subject matter and the fact that it's more of a visual novel, or weirdly a rhythm game. I did not think this was gonna be a rhythm game, but you cut to the beat and spray to moisturize the hair. Just keep doing your thing to have them gain your trust as you make them look fabulous. Hey, that's a great idea for a game. I never thought of that. So yeah, that's the Midnight Barber. Yeah, there's of course the internet's doing its thing. Very top comment is of course the clip I just showed you, and yeah, this is very different but has the same name. I do like it though. I do like the idea. Seems like a fairly chill game, so I might put that into the rotation. More of a story based game, and kind of give that a peek, you know. All right. So we are up at 9:01. I do want to finish the rest of these trailers though. So I'm going to go up until we're done with the trailers today, and then after that we'll hop out. But yeah, on Thursday, we'll be checking out any and all live streams related to TGS. Just in case any of y'all need to scoot off to bed now and like wake up bright and early for tomorrow, I'm just telling you what's going on. So yeah, we have some interesting announcements that are bound to come up. Then I imagine see Viper from Street Fighter 6 is gonna show up there. We're gonna see a couple more things from Onimusha, I imagine. That's I can't imagine they're gonna go without giving another sort of interesting trailer there, or give us some more stories, some more behind the scenes. Yeah, definitely going to see a lot of things. I can only imagine what people like from Square Enix, for instance, might be offering, because let's be real, we really haven't heard much from them outside of some Dragon Quest stuff, and that's kind of their side stuff at this point. It's not their main bag. So what is happening in the Final Fantasy franchise? What's going on? Have they fully fallen off? Was 16 a bad idea, and we want to make sure we never do that again, so we never make another one? Or are we going to go and say, all right, Final Fantasy 17 coming up, we're gonna get back to basics, we're gonna basically rip off the entirety of Expedition 33, which I imagine could very well end up being the case. I can see that happening, but it is Final Fantasy, so it's probably gonna sell pretty well. You know, there was a day and age when Final Fantasy was the big dog, like flipping Final Fantasy X. Jeez, just y'all had to get clear, get out of the way when you're making that game, because God knows what's gonna happen if you like. You're not gonna sell the same week as Final Fantasy flipping. Well, okay, let's be real. 13 was not the biggest. Like, didn't really grab people the way that people wanted to. But when 15 came out, jeez, yeah, no, I'm ducking. I'm ducking for cover. I am not those four Bishonen like on a road trip. Nah. I'm not fighting that. You want me to put my game out at the same time as that? Not gonna happen. But for some reason, 16 didn't quite catch people the same way. And you know what? It is what it is. But that's enough of me yapping. We need, like I said, we need like a tally mark somewhere saying, "Hey, you've been yapping a lot." And like if I could get some audience interaction that way, just say, "Hey, just gonna use some channel points to let you know you've been talking for a little bit." Let's hop on over to this one though. Revelation of Decay. Yeah, this seemed interesting just from the concept. Yeah. They said, well, zombies are like Pokemon. we can try and capture them. That's what I know about this game. They want to give you that opportunity. So let's take a peek at Revelation of Decay. Oh. Let's reload the page. Urgh. Uh-oh. Alright, let's... Okay. Alright. Sleeping on... Interesting. So this kind of feels more like a survival MMO type beat. Oh, it's Chinese. Okay. And you can put the zombies to work. You can make them like till your fields, which I don't know how the whole harvesting after that will work, because you kind of got to get close, and they probably not too hype about doing all that for you for free. Then again, they are zombies, and who knows what's going on with them. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine, right? Yeah. No, slavery's bad. Slavery's a terrible thing. Let's not. But they're zombies. Anyway, let's hop right on over to calm yourself, friend. So I think I mentioned this a little while ago. I just beat Bomb Rush Cyberpunk a little while ago. I love that game. They did a great job putting this game together and just giving you the sense that hey, they really love this genre of like this genre and feel of this kind of game. And I respect that. They didn't pull their punches at all. They said, "I know what I want to make," and they made it. Team Reptile, you can't really go wrong with them at this point. So when they said, "We're going to do it again. We're going to make the game again." Just like Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future, we said, we're hitting the replay button. I don't know why particularly, because let's be real, if you played Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, you know how that one ends, and you're like, well, that feels fairly final. Why would we did the thing, right? I'm not gonna spoil it. Go play it. Why are you looking at me? Go play Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. All right? Like that. Go. Go play the game. But what I'm saying, all I'm saying is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is a very interesting sort of answer to the lack of any kind of Jet Set Radio stuff coming out of Sega, who said a couple years ago that they'd be making more. But instead, they made more Yakuza, which, for me, I'm not that mad. I'm not that upset. But, you know, you told me you're going to do this thing, and then you didn't do the thing. You see where I might come and say I'm a little I'm feeling some kind of way about that. But you know, yeah. Well, even if Sega's not making another Jet Set or remaking the old ones, we have a sequel to a very, very good game. So let's take a peek at Hyperfunk by Team Reptile. I don't know if this music is licensed, but even if it's not, this wow, the bass is yeah. What is happening? What is happening? Wow, okay. Yep. That was really cool. Why was this man's head a ball of energy and like lightning like sparking off of it? What? Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You do have my attention again, Team Reptile. Like you got me with Lethal League, you got me with Lethal League Blaze, you got me with Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. You need to stop getting me. You need to stop paying attention to my wants and needs and protect your own wants and needs. Unless your wants and needs are also mine, in which case, I mean, it could just be friends, you know? That'd be cool too. Yeah. I think that works more generally. I like that idea, actually. That would be cool. Yeah. Anyway, so that was Hyperfunk. They didn't say Bomb Rush or anything. They just said Hyperfunk, and They know exactly what they're trying to do. They are just hammering this, and they want to get back to that same feeling we had when we played Jet Set Radio Future, and then crank that up to 11. And I'm here for it. I'm all about it. y'all just need to stop catering these games to me. I'm not the only one playing these games, guys. Come on. I'm not. I only make up a tiny sliver, a teeny tiny sliver of the gaming public. You need to be making games for other people. All right, Team Reptile. I don't know what that would look like, but until then, we have this, and I'm very happy. All right, so next up, we have Shape of Dreams, which one more roguelike. You know, we couldn't. I can't not put another roguelike in there. It would just feel, you know, I don't want to. Not that I've played a ton of roguelikes. I will be playing a lot more. But you know, I'm interested. I'm interested in what's going on there. I want to see what kind of roguelike they've got for me. And in this particular case, we are delving into the world of dreams. Much like that new Kamen Rider series that just came out. We'll talk about that another time. But until then, Shape of Dreams! Roguelike action with a twist. It absolutely this gives me the vibe of more Diablo than it does Hades. I'm very interested in this. This could be something special, I think. Okay. So yeah, they've got a unique world. They've got some wild character build options there. You have a bunch of characters. I think again the idea of putting characters, making characters the focus of your roguelike and customizing them from there. Very good idea. We saw it with dang it. We literally just talked about it earlier today. It was right there. It was right there. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Sworn. We saw it with this game. And now we're seeing it again with Shape of Dreams. They are both taking up this idea that, okay, let's make sure that you can really enjoy these games with multiple playthroughs and multiple playthroughs with different characters, so we can really get an idea of what you might be missing if you don't go with this character versus this character. And another game that kind of does that is Absolem. They have this that's the 2D side scrolling roguelike. But yeah, I can see a lot of value in an experience like that. And yeah, this is absolutely one of those games that looks like it's gonna get deep. Like you have a lot of character customization options, and you can play roguelike co-op with those other two with your other two friends. So, hey, once again, I extend the offer to whoever might want to come in and see me during a stream, and we can play a game like that together. I would love to experience the Shape of Dreams alongside some new friends. All right, that sounded like an inspiring the end of an inspiring speech. Don't if you clip that, don't tell them whatever else I was talking about. I was all over the place today. But anyway, last up, we have Resident Evil Survival Unit. That's that's the last one. We got a Capcom game. I don't know what the situation is, like where it's available. I'm sure they'll talk about it somewhere here, but I didn't hear about this coming to PS5 or anything. So I was like, okay, what Resident Evil just dropping out of nowhere? What's going on? Well, let's take a peek. Aniplex. Resident Evil Survival Unit. That sounds like it could be licensed. So I'm turning that down. Oh. Hey. Oh, Queen Bee! I love your music. Oh, hey! We got a bunch of. Are we gonna get a bunch of well-known characters? Wait, is that Ada? Oh, is that Leon? Yep. We are. Oh, hey! We got a bunch of character favorites here. So this is is this the all stars of our all stars stars? I don't know what I'm doing. Is this the all stars of the Resident Evil franchise? When did you have a railgun? I don't remember that being in other games. Okay, so this is a mobile game, survival horror strategy mobile game. I don't know how that's supposed to work. I assume every one of these characters is alive, but my question is like, how is this supposed to work? Where is any of this happening? How is any of this happening? I have so many questions. But that's it for today. Today was strictly all about the trailers, and most of that was because I needed to take a break from Silksong. That game is that game is stressful. It can be very stressful. So I'm just gonna step back for a second, just for a second. This week, like I said before, we will be seeing anything and everything from TGS that shows up, and follow me on Blue Sky for anything that you're any sort of stream updates, anything that you might be curious about regarding games I said I would check out, what I might think about them. I'm also putting out a Substack because it feels like everybody is, for reasons, just for good reasons, right? Not government censorship reasons or anything like that. Nobody would ever do that. Censor the voices of American people, right? That's not something that we would do. That's a whole other kind of like thing, right? We, you know, yeah, we're not worried about that. But yeah, I am putting out a Substack by the same name. So check out the Substack. Go find my review of Tongan Anki, a show that I dropped. I will legitimately just be reviewing these things as much as I have watched them. I am probably not gonna go back to that show. It's just, uh, I have. You can read what I felt about that. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm imagining that there are a bunch of people who still watch that show. It might even be their anime of the year. Certainly not mine, for a number of reasons. But I I'm gonna call it there. Uh gonna go take a nice hot shower and relax for the night. I'm hoping y'all have a great day. Let's get into uh our little our thing where we do the raid. You know, we want to make sure we are sending you off to somebody who might be able to take care of you, might be able to go ahead and make sure you're having a grand old time for as long as you want to keep watching stuff. Um ooh, okay, somebody's playing Silent Hill F. You know, I